Where are you from? From Europe?
From Europe? Do you think I'm from Europe?
Yeah, you're a settler, colonizer.
School being shot at, synagogue being thrown, Molotov cocktail, Jewish-owned businesses being vandalized, and you think that is okay?
I think we're very privileged here in Canada. If anything, if they're being attacked, that means they were the ones that were starting the trouble, right?
I believe that for too long, the cause of the Palestinians has been front and center, but what's behind the Palestinians is a bigger cause. The Hamas, Hezbollah, they are like the front line. They are the ones that are causing a lot of problems, but they're hiding behind, I believe, they're hiding behind the Palestinian people.
Here in Montreal, I'm standing in front of the University of Quebec in Montreal, also known as UQAM, where a highly concerning radical anti-Western civilization event will take place this weekend. It's called Bandung du Nord, a 3-day conference said to be inspired by the 1955 Bandung Conference held in Indonesia just before many countries gained independence from colonial powers. According to the event organizers, and I quote, "Our 2024 conference is entirely organized by non-white people. Does that mean we are to assume all white people are inherently racist and colonialist? In 2024, what does skin color have to do with organizing a conference, other than to highlight differences and fuel further division?" Their agenda includes discussions on international decolonization project, as well as combating the rise of nationalist supremacy and imperialism in all its forms. But wait, terms like anti-capitalism, anti-colonialism, anti-fascism, anti-racism, and social justice sounds like virtue signaling words, meaning that radical left-wing activists, anti-establishment advocates who truly hate the West are coming together to spread messages of hate and anti-Semitism, especially at a time when Montreal is seeing a troubling spike in anti-Jewish hate crimes. That's why we have decided to bring our Ribbon News billboard truck here all the way from Toronto to exercise our freedom of speech and call for a hand to the hate. For nearly a year, Montreal Antifa-aligned Mayor Valérie Plante has allowed anti-Semitic sentiment to fester, with hate marches and pro-Hamas supporters gaining ground every week, creating a real concern for the well-being of the Jewish community. Jewish schools have been shot at, Molotov cocktails have been thrown at synagogues, and Jewish-owned businesses have been vandalized. Intimidation on campuses, harassment on Jewish students, yet we see no strong condemnation from Mayor Plante. She didn't even act against the McGill hate encampment that occupied space for months. She instead spoke in favor of its existence. UQAM should be ashamed to host an event featuring controversial figures who have a history of spreading racist, anti-Semitic, and bigoted rhetoric. Take Columbia professor Joseph Massad, who once called Hamas' barbaric attack on Israel a stunning victory, or Omar Barghouti, co-founder of the BDS movement, Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions Against Israel, who was denied entry into the USA in 2019. One of his essay titles is Globalized Palestinian Resistance to Israeli Annexation and Apartheid. Also, among other statements, Barghouti mentioned that BDS aims to turn Israel into a pariah state. He also said, "We oppose a Jewish state in any part of Palestine. Only a sell-out Palestinian would accept a Jewish state in Palestine." Then there is Huria Boutelja with her shocking pictures with a sign saying "Zionist to the Gulag." She has also claimed the Arab man who comes out as gay is submitting to white domination, and compared to the terrorist Mohamed Merah, responsible for the 2012 Toulouse shooting that killed 7, including Jewish children, to herself, saying, "Mohamed Merah is me, and I'm him."
Mohamed Merah, c'est moi. Le pire, c'est que c'est vrai. Comme moi, il est d'origine algérienne. Comme moi, il a grandi dans un quartier. Comme moi, il est musulman. Mohamed Merah, c'est moi.
Look at this excerpt when she called the white people as underdog to describe them as inferior.
Les quartiers populaires sont en déficit de connaissances, de conscience politique, il faut les éduquer, etc. Et on occulte complètement le reste de la société et ses privilèges, les privilèges du reste de la société. Et moi j'ai envie de dire, c'est le reste de la société qu'il faut éduquer. C'est le reste de la société à qui il faut dire, par exemple, ne serait-ce que sur la question de l'histoire, c'est le reste de la société occidentale, enfin de ce qu'on appelle nous les sous-chiens, puisqu'il faut bien leur donner un nom, les blancs, à qui il faut inculquer l'histoire de l'esclavage, de la colonisation. Je reviens toujours là-dessus parce que c'est très important.
She also wrote in one of her books, and let me paraphrase, that a black woman refused to denounce a rapist because she wasn't able to support another black man in prison, supporting the idea that because the criminal is a black man, he should be protected of his crime. These are just few examples of the kind of hate being given a platform at this conference. While freedom of expression is essential in democracy, there is no room for bigotry and hatred, especially in educational institutions. Young minds are impressionable, and rhetoric that may seem acceptable can carry dangerous, discriminatory undertones. Today, we stand strong against antisemitism and hate, determined to protect the community. It's been months now that one side is facing extreme harassment for exercising free speech, while the other side spreads hate unchecked. Some Jewish residents are now afraid to wear the Star of David or express their identity for fear of retaliation. This is not the Canada we know, and we must stand up against bullying attacks and hate crimes. If you want to help spread the message and stop the hate, support us at nohate.com, and let's take this fight across Canada.
Throughout the day, we brought our billboard truck to different iconic locations in Montreal. This included City Hall, the Queen Elizabeth Hotel, the 5 million ring sculpture, Olympic Stadium, and the infamous McGill University, where pro-Hamas protesters have been demonstrating for months straight. We were able to speak with people passing by at these locations, and as expected, pro-Hamas protesters were outside McGill when we pulled up with our billboard truck. Check out what happened throughout our day.
C'est pas très ladylike, ça. You know, we are in a public space, and this is actually harassment, intimidation.
Why are you here?
I'm here for doing my job. Okay. I'm not here for you. That is their tactic. It's just like trying to surround people, attack people. You see how it's important to have like security with us because those people are violent. They are violent.
Every time the media lies and neighborhood and Hassadites!
Go and fight in Gaza.
Their demand is to return to the land in their stolen
But
land!
go and fight then.
Their demand is to return to their stolen land! C'est ton bras qui est sur mon. That's their demand to return to stolen land. Settlers, go back.
You can film me, I don't care.
Do you care about the genocide? You know, it's not cool to do ethnic
First of all,
cleansing.
it's not a genocide. Yes, there is causality.
Killing hundreds of thousands of
It's not
people,
a genocide.
starving them to death.
Not
That's a genocide.
From where you from? From Europe.
From Europe. Do you think I'm from Europe?
Yeah, you're a settler colonizer.
I'm a settler colonizer.
Yeah. You're a settler colonizer. You are defending. Settlers. Settlers, colonizers.
So if you hate Canadian, why are you here?
I'm an immigrant. I came here as an immigrant. Not
So you came here to have freedom and to have a better life.
You
go back home.
Why you came here? Why you came here and you hate us? Why
No,
you
I
came
came here as
You
an
just say that Canadians are settler. You hate Canadian then. I have you on video anyway. Bye.
Certains ont dit des choses extrêmement choquantes, dont Uriah Boutelja, qui a pris une photo avec zioniste au goulag. Trouvez-vous que c'est adéquat?
Honnêtement, les citations, ça se peut se prendre hors le contexte. On n'est pas au courant de ce qui s'est passé.
C'est drôle de voir pas de haine, que ça vient de vous.
Pourquoi?
Parce que la haine vient de ça.
Mais la haine ne vient pas de ça. Pensez-vous que les conférenciers qui sont invités aujourd'hui pour la conférence Bandung devraient être invités par l'UQAM? Des gens qui ont pris en photo avec les zionistes au goulag, vous trouvez-vous que c'est approprié?
Non, je ne dis pas que c'est approprié, mais c'est décontextualisé.
C'est pas décontextualisé, madame. Il y a la photo de la dame avec la pancarte.
J'ai pas besoin de répondre à ça.
Trouvez-vous que l'antisémitisme est en augmentation à Montréal?
Oui, l'antisémitisme, toute forme de racisme est en augmentation à Montréal.
Alors pourquoi on donne l'espace à des gens qui viennent propager des choses?
C'est vous qui dites ça.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez à reprocher avec Arab News?
Ben, vous propagez de la haine, c'est ça.
Propager de la haine, comment?
Par tous les moyens.
Expliquez-moi un moyen.
Non, j'ai pas besoin d'expliquer, s'il vous plaît.
Parce que vous
Moi,
savez
je suis
pas,
juste en train de
vous ne regardez même pas ce qu'on fait probablement.
Ah non, on vous connaît très bien.
Donc dites-moi quelle haine nous propageons, à part montrer que la gauche radicale a envahi l'espace.
I don't agree with it at all.
Okay, why?
Actually, you know what? Let's leave.
Why you don't agree with it?
Non, j'ai demandé la traduction.
Antisemitism.
Yeah.
I don't believe that Jewish people are living in fear. They're very prevalent.
You think?
Yeah.
There is multiple Jewish school being shot at, synagogue.
And look at Palestine. They're dying.
Yeah, but we are in Canada right now. They have nothing to do with Israel. They are Canadian.
Yeah.
So why we are allowing school being shot at, synagogue being thrown, Molotov cocktail, Jewish-owned businesses being vandalized, and you think that is okay?
I think we're very privileged here in Canada. If anything, if they're being attacked, that means they were the ones that were starting the trouble.
Après que l'UQAM organise une plateforme pour que les gens s'expriment, c'est correct, mais qu'elle invite des gens qui sont polémisés, non, là c'est sûr que non. Dans aucune communauté, nulle part dans le monde, la violence, c'est pas une réponse normale. Que la mairesse de Montréal se lance dans la politique ou se politise par rapport à ce problème-là, il faudra qu'elle vive avec les conséquences. Je pense que ça demande quand même une certaine largesse et une certaine connaissance, peu importe tout azimut, historique, relations internationales, etc. L'ordre public, elle doit être maintenue, quoi qu'il arrive.
I think it's an excellent message, and I think that everybody has to hear this. I believe that for too long, the cause of the Palestinians has made front and center, but what's behind the Palestinians is a bigger cause. The Hamas, Hezbollah, they are like the front line. They are the ones that are causing a lot of problems, but they're hiding behind, I believe, they're hiding behind the Palestinian people. But as a result, people in Montreal, across Canada, are only getting one message. And they're getting the message that Israel is causing a lot of destruction, and they're attacking the Palestinians. But we have to remember that who is behind all of this activity with the Palestinian message from the river to the sea. Many people, if you ask them, what does it mean from the river to the sea? They don't even understand that it means they want to annihilate Israel completely. So I think that this message that you're bringing, nohate.com, no hate, is an excellent message, and I think that it has to be spread and people have to hear it.
Do you have a message to Montreal, Valérie Plante, mayor, that she's letting all anti-Semitism being normalized there?
I think she has a responsibility to bring the people together and not to divide them. She's allowing by this message to be perpetrated across in the Montreal media, if it's on the streets, allowing all these protests. Protests is fine, but we have to look, what are they protesting against or what are they promoting? And if they're promoting hate against another group of people, I think it's like living in a country that, like in Nazi Germany, where they promoted the division of people, where they promoted the hate of the Jewish people. And I think this is where we are at now. And I think that she has to speak up. She is the mayor of the city, and she's the mayor of a big city now. When they merged all the suburbs together from many of those cities, she's got a big responsibility to speak up for the Jewish people, and it's a big responsibility to speak out against this hate.
If you want to help spread the message and stop the hate, support us at nohate.com, and let's take this fight across Canada.